Well, this morning, two former Uvalde police officers face criminal charges over their failed response to a mass shooting.
Yeah, grand jury taking action now, more than 2 years after a gunman at Robb Elementary School killed 2 teachers and 19 students.
Natalie Haddad joins us live here in studio with more. Natalie, you've been following this story from the very beginning.
That's right, Morgan. And I spent time last night talking with the families of Uvalde and some of the victims there at Robb Elementary School over the phone. And they told me that they first learned of the indictments from the Uvalde County District Attorney before the news was made public yesterday. And while they tell me this is a good start for them, it is not enough. The 2 Uvalde CISD officers indicted are former Uvalde CISD Police Chief Pete Arredondo and former Uvalde CISD Police Officer Adrian Gonzalez. They face injury to a child by omission charges. Now, Arredondo and Gonzalez, along with nearly 400 other officers, waited over an hour before trying to take out the school shooter that day in 2022, where 19 children and 2 teachers died. Now, it is not impossible for the other officers to face charges, but it is unlikely right now. A grand jury on this case served a 6-month term, and that is set to expire today. Now, Brett Cross's son, Uzziah Garcia, died in the school shooting, and Brett says blood is on these officers' hands.
There were other chiefs there were other high-up individuals, and when you see that somebody is not doing anything and there are children literally bleeding out and you don't do anything, like you sit by for 77 minutes knowing that there are children in there dying, this is a good start, but there needs to be more.
Now, it is important to remember these men have been charged and not convicted of any crime. Arredondo, we know, turned himself in last night and has already bonded out of jail. And I'm told by sources in Uvalde that Gonzalez is expected to surrender later today, possibly this morning, but we will see.
And Natalie, Arredondo wrote the school shooter plan, but then backtracked and said that he did not have any responsibility for what happened when that shooter was on campus.
Right, and I think this could be his detriment because the school shooter plan was written by Arredondo along with others, and it says in that incident, in that school shooter plan, that should there be a school shooting, Arredondo, who was the police chief of the school district at the time, he is the incident commander. So when Arredondo was asked about his response that day, he said he actually didn't know he was supposed to be the one taking charge. So again, I think this is something he's going to be heavily questioned on.